What's up, Miss Taylor? I can't. You'll speak on. I got you on mute. Hmm. For some reason I can't hear you, Angela. Hold on. This might be my fault. Is your mic on, Angela? Hold on. Oh, I see you said yes. Hold on. Let me try something, Angela. Let me assign you to a spot. Can you hear now, Angela? You can hear, but you can't talk. Hold on.
Oh, now I can talk. You unmuted me.
No, like you were in the green room, so it wouldn't let you talk for some strange reason. How are
And let
you?
me change. I am great. Let me change. You seem so fuzzy. Let me see if I can change it a little bit. It's grainy.
Me?
Can you see me? Can you see me well?
I can see you well. Now,
Oh
now
well, let me
remember
see.
now, I ain't home. I ain't on my home powerful internet.
Oh, okay. Because this is looking pretty terrible. Like, dog.
I look.
Okay.
Hold on, hold
What?
on.
Let me see if I change it here. Uh,
I look.
Let me see.
I look good. That's you.
Okay, let me see if it's something I can do then. Let me go to my settings because it's like, dang, what is going on?
How's everybody?
Wait.
Jennifer, can you hear?
Sophia, do you look grainy too? I'm looking. Can you see yourself good? Or is it just my camera?
I'm
Sophia, you
trying to
going in
connect to
and
that.
out.
I can't even hear Sophia. Jennifer, can you hear me? I can't even hear Jennifer.
Jennifer, can you hear us? Can you hear me, Angela?
I can still hear you. I can hear you, but I can't hear Sophia or
I can
Jennifer.
hear y'all.
Jennifer
Oh,
must
oh, hey,
You can't
Jennifer
hear
must have
me?
her volume down. Jennifer, Jennifer.
oh, wait. She just put something in. She said, I can't hear. She can't hear us. She just put it in the chat.
Watch this.
She said she's gonna leave and come back.
Okay.
Ooh,
I,
I'll
I,
turn this camera off. I'll turn this camera off. I can't see y'all letting me get ready for church.
that boy so that boy so country. Did you grow up
I,
down? Did you grow up down south, man?
I grew up right on that west side with all the rest of the country folk from Chicago.
So you west
Hold
side.
on. I just
Well,
turned off the camera.
I
I
don't know
just
how to
turned.
turn it off.
I just turned it off. You're not saying you can mute it though.
Okay.
Sophia, does it look grainy to you or no? Is it just my camera?
No, it does. It looks grainy only on the screen, but not on my camera.
Right, me too. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. Okay.
That's because y'all probably got uh, androids or something over that way.
It's always our equipment. So yeah.
All right, hold on. So let's get started. Hold on. It's 8. It's 7. Hey everybody,
Hello.
this is Curtis Hill. We're in the midst of our impromptu speaking challenge, and here's the reason why knowing how to speak and think on your feet fast is important. Well, last week Robert shared with us that he got a job not because he was the most qualified, not because he was the senior person on the job. He got a promotion because he spoke in front of the CEO or someone, and that someone gave him their job. So, in order to speak on your feet and know how to speak on your feet, you need to understand that this type of work is important. And today I have with me a few friends. We have Sophia, we have Angela, we have Jennifer, we have Robert, who getting ready for church, who's also country, and we have Vincent. And so I think there are only two people speaking tonight, and there's supposed to be three more people joining. But I'm on the East Coast, so I was tired. So it's 8 o'clock here, way past my bedtime. But we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna make it do what it do, and then we're gonna get out of here. Everyone say hello. Say hey, Sophia. We can't. I can't.
Hi.
Nah, I can't
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey.
All right. And Angela stepped away, and I don't see Jennifer anymore. Jennifer is probably having. And I play way too much. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. All right. So anyway, um, say hey, Angela. Speak to.
Hey, I
All
had to go
right.
get my charger. Sorry.
So you two weren't here last week, so we did make some changes to the way that we do things, and so when you speak, you will be full mass. Like there will be a full picture of you speaking, and then in that full picture, you'll see a countdown clock in the right hand corner. Now, as you can see right now, there's a timer here that I'm going to pause every time we come back to it. It'll start us down. We have 3 minutes to talk about the person, and we talk about that person's speech right after now. We don't wait until the end. All right. Also, another change is I no longer read you your thing. Whatever you say, it's gonna pop up whatever number you pick, and in the corner will be a countdown. You have 1 minute to read it to yourself and formulate your thoughts. And then when that clock hits zero, it'll be a big picture of you, big video of you, and you will start from there. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Go
Uh,
ahead, Angie.
that clock is so hazy. It's like a film is over it. So you may have to do a look. For me, I don't know what everybody else can see, but it's very hard to read.
I think that's you. Anybody else having a hard time seeing that clock? Okay, you know what else too? I'm on hotel internet, so I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
on hotel internet, so I don't know what the speed looks like or anything like that. They asked me to upgrade, and I said the devil is a lie. I, I told them the devil, we gonna use this free internet. All right. So
No worries.
I think it's only you, Angela, and Sophia who are speaking tonight. Jennifer, Robert are participants. Okay. Don't mean that they will not give feedback because they will give feedback. They just don't want to go. Now, with that being said, let me just show you. There are no passes tonight. I know you see passes on there. Y'all can't pass tonight. This is way too easy. You might want to do two. This is way too easy for you to be passing at this point. Somebody need to mute whoever doing that. That must be Robert brushing his teeth or something. He's snorting. I shouldn't have ate that banana pudding. So before we go any further, I am in Richmond, Virginia, and I was on an airplane with a lady. Two stories real quick. I was on an airplane with a lady, and she told me to go to this place called Mama J's. And then she said, "Ooh, you need to go to Lily Pearl too." So I pulled up both of their menus. So they're both owned by my people. So I went to Mama J's and got some chicken and fish, and I went to Lily Pearls and got some banana pudding. Let me just say this to you all. Chicago got the best food in the world.
That's the truth.
I paid $40. I paid $10. I paid $10 for some banana pudding. We got the best food in the world. With that, and then I met another lady. That's why it's good to be nice to people. I met another lady. I was getting in the car to come to the hotel from the airport, and I just waved at her. Hey, being cordial, pull up to the hotel, check in. She's standing in behind me. I said, I just saw you at the airport. She said, yeah. So we're shooting it up, talking. And then she's like, well, what are you doing here? I said, I'm a speaker, whatever. She said, for what? I said, I'm doing this conference, fly. She said, I'm at that conference too. I said, wow. I said, where you live at? She said, Chicago. I said, I live in Chicago too. I said, what high school you go to? Because, see, that's what's important to us. I don't care about your HBCU. I don't care about your university degree. What high school did you go to? She said, I went to Harlan. I said, okay, you're official. Anyway, make a long story short, I told her that we're doing the ultimate professional development on January 5th. She said she might want to be a sponsor for that. That's why I pay to be nice to people.
Mm.
Our organization is down here they do concessions. I said, we're gonna have some teachers, a whole bunch of teachers in one room. She said, I might want to sponsor that. So hopefully after she hear me speak tomorrow, she'll go on and sponsor this thing. All right. So you all can have your pick who wants to go first. Here are the numbers. You get to
I
decide.
go.
Okay, Sophia, there are your numbers. There are no passes. What number would you like?
5.
5. There you go. Angela, when you come back, mute your camera. I mean, your phone.
Oh, my time has started. The devil. Before you can put on your child's face mask, please put yours on first. This is something we often hear when we're in the airport. They tell us to make sure we're secure before we secure the face mask of our children. So when you're thinking about if you should look out for a stranger or your own circle first, or yourself first, I feel that you should look at the responsibility is on your circle. How can I help you before I help myself? I was at a grocery store, and as I was leaving out, I saw an older lady on her way to her car. I parked next to her. So I said, ma'am, first let me put my things in my car and let me help you. She was so grateful to have the help that she obliged. So after I put the groceries in my car and put my cart back, I went and helped her put the groceries in her car. I returned her cart. I was at Aldi, so I also returned her quarter. So that just showed you we don't have to choose between a circle and a stranger. We can add that stranger to our circle after we take care of ourselves. When taking care of yourself, you first assess the situation, make sure you're okay, you have everything you need, and you have enough to give others. In the situation with the lady from the grocery store, I made sure I was okay. I put my things in my car, put my things back before I helped her. So when the question comes into play, if a stranger comes before you or the responsibility, don't choose, just add them to our circle. Because just like there's no I in team, there is an I in circle. First, take care of yourself and then add others, and we'll all be okay. So the next time you're at a grocery store and you see someone struggling, ask yourself, Should I let them struggle or shall I help? There we go.
You good. You, you. Okay.
I do.
Sophia,
Before
you
we,
are so dope. No, go on. I'll go. Sophia, you are so dope. I love that story. I love how you said, you don't have to choose. You can put them in your circle. I love the I is not in something, but then you said I is in circle. That was dope. And then I loved how you tied it in the end, like, that question, which was sort of like engagement too, so they can be a part of it. And yeah, that was awesome. I thought it was great.
yeah, I echo that. Again, Curtis always teaches us for every point we should have a story. And again, you really drove it with your story. Again, that you didn't. Again, you don't have to choose. That we could include. So I thought that was on point. I did see you kind of, look away a couple of times, but and it was kind of hard for me. I don't know if it's my internet in combination with Curtis's hotel internet, but at the beginning you were buffering, so I didn't really hear the first part of it. And it took a while for me to hear you, and then it was blank. But again, I love the fact that you kind of combined the two. That was your point, and then you had a story to really drive that point in, and you really circle back to the fact that yes, we don't have to choose; we can include. I like that.
So several
Can I
things
say,
happen.
Coach?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dr. Sophia, I love the intro. I'm big on hooks. There was an old school hip hop hook that you hit me with, where you just said with the face mask, and then you just lay it right into your piece. Awesome, awesome attention
No,
grabber.
no, 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 no. Okay, so there were several things. You all didn't hit the first part. The first
Mm-mm.
part was on an airplane, they often tell you to put your mask on first before you put someone else's mask on. That was the announcement that goes on over an airplane. If I'm thumbs up or thumbs down, if that's correct, Sophia. Okay, right. So,
Mm.
unfortunately, she was behind the scenes when she said that, and I brought her out at the wrong time because for some reason, Sophia, you got cut out and you called back in. And so when you called back in, the very first thing you said though was, "Ooh, my time has started already." Right? I don't think they heard that though. I think that was behind the scenes. And so by the time I brought you up front, they were getting the second half of Put the Mask On. So, but it was the intro, I'm with Vincent, was outstanding. Here's the thing that I like. Your pace was really, really good. You told us to you gave us steps, and you all have to forgive me. You gave us steps, but then you said you put your stuff in, then you helped the lady, then you gave us steps of why you did that. First, see that you're okay, then check around and see if you have enough in you to give somebody else. That was good. Now, um, you knew your audience because you said that was at Aldi's. So I got that quarterback too. So I laughed at that. I laughed at it. Uh, so knowing your audience helps, but what if you're in a place that there is no Aldi's? But you are this time. We know what Aldi's is, so you're good on that. But then you
Mhm.
circled it back, which I thought was limiting. In my personal view, you limited yourself to the next time you're at a grocery store. You shouldn't have done that. The next time you can offer people help, right? Didn't have to be at a grocery store. So now you're saying that this method, this wonderful philosophy that you just taught us only works at the grocery store. Right? Though that was a universal message that could work everywhere. You could teach that to students to help their peers in school. Don't get you don't you can't afford to lend your classmate a pencil because you only have one. You don't have enough for you and someone else. So there were many different directions that could have gone in, and I think in the end is where you just didn't lose all credibility, but it plummeted because you made it back at the grocery store, right? And just because your story took place at this grocery store, that's the story. That's the teaching. It could be applicable anywhere, but all in all, outstanding job. Outstanding.
Question. So she started off with saying with you said with the story about when you get on the plane
Yeah, she
that
started out. Do me a
Mhm.
favor, Sophia. Do your intro one more time. Boy, if we went on the internet, I would sure say something. Sophia,
I don't think she can hear. Like I said, it's probably a.
what's that little boy name? What's that little boy name she be speaking about?
Pikachu.
Oh my God. Uh,
His name is Zion.
Zion.
Zion. Yeah.
Sophia, can you do you? Sophia, you turn sideways. Can you do your?
Yeah.
This is how you look like. There you go. That's Zion teacher right there. Sophia, Sophia, can you do your intro again? Just the intro.
About the plane or something like that.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear
That's what
you.
happened last time. I couldn't hear her.
You work on your sound while Angela, and remember, you're going to come back and do your intro about the plane. Angela, what number you want to pick?
Let me. If luck was a lady, she would be an 8. So luck be a lady. All right, a gentleman, brother. 8.
I know you can't see the clock. You have 27 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. It's on you.
Working remote or working in office? If you had to choose, which one would you choose? In 20 of March, the world shut down, literally. For me, I was already a telecommuter, but for so many people that worked in the office, they were they were required to work from home. And being required to work from home, they had everything they need to perform their duties. We were able to perform all of our duties optimally. They saw record performance during this shutdown. After COVID, they allowed us to stay at home a little longer. Then the mandate came, return to work. Should employees be required to return back to the office or should they be allowed to work remotely? That was the question. A lot of people, because they decided I can do the job, do it efficiently, do it effectively, and work remotely, decided they were not going back into the office.
10.
And because of that, they know that the work can be done from home. And so, should they be allowed to work from home? Most certainly, because the work not only can it get done, but did get done.
All right. Who got feedback for Angela?
I was all over the place.
Mute your mic,
Oh,
Angela. Lad,
oh,
listen and don't defend.
oh, let me remove.
You didn't mute it, Angela. We still hears you. I
I
can't
can
hear.
go.
I can't hear you, Sophia. Go ahead, Jennifer.
So it was tough for me to follow through because you were like this and this and this. So I was like, where are we going? Like I was inching for you to say something like, where are we going with this? Um, but you did do a good job with like staying within time and telling us your stance on it. I guess I wanted to hear a little more of like why should they stay remote? Like I wanted to know why. Um, but yeah, overall you did a good job.
So for me, it was difficult to follow. Um, you got through it. Thank you. I think it was difficult to follow, and you didn't have you gave examples, but you didn't give a story, right? And then remember now, the thing that gets people is how you open up. I want to explain. Asking a question is the weakest way to open any presentation, right? So, like, you all didn't get a chance to hear Sophia, but when Sophia did hers, it was like it was really, really good. It was an attention grabber. So, I want you all to think, like, what can I do to grab someone's attention? Remote work, or going back to the office. And you're in healthcare. You're in healthcare, right? I'm sure you got some stories. I'm sure you got some COVID stories. I was standing there and a man next to me died. Not from a heart attack, not from this. He had COVID. Anything, like anything that can jar people. Remember, so if I'm scrolling on my phone and you're on TikTok and your video comes up, I don't know if you all can see my phone, but if I'm scrolling on TikTok and your video comes up, what makes me stop? Because the first thing that come out your mouth, I'm either stop or I'm gonna keep going, right? So if you just asking me a question, I'm just gonna keep going, right? So that's what I want you all to think about. Okay, um, these things are important. Any other feedback for Angela? Sophia must have the Nokia 19. Sophia, what you got? The Nokia 19? We still can't hear you, and I don't have you
Can
muted.
y'all hear me?
We can hear you now. Zion, why are you wearing those headphones?
Cause I have I'm in a family room. Don't do that to me.
No,
Oh,
we
Pika
don't
Pika,
care
don't
nothing.
do that, Pika Pika.
Listen. We don't care nothing about women who work from home, people who work from home and do anything from home. The expectation used to be keep them kids quiet. No, in 2020, we let that stuff go. We know life don't stop because we have to work on home at home online and all of that stuff. So to have kids be quiet or something because you working online, that ain't being true to who you are. But anyway, go ahead, do your opening one more time.
That would have been a good point for Angela. Okay, I think I was like something along the lines of, thank you for flying with us today. As you know, in the case of an emergency, if you are traveling with a small child, please be sure to put your face mask on before you secure the face mask of your traveling child.
That was her opening. That was
Okay.
her opening. That's the
Yeah.
very
Okay.
first thing
I
she said.
love that. I
Yeah.
Right, but
love
but
Okay.
you
that.
see how like that now. So let me explain because I used to be. Y'all know I used to be a teacher, right? Right. So
Yep.
we're gonna change directions in a moment. But here's the thing about a hook. A hook don't have to be about anything you're talking about. She was a hook so you can have a hook here and talk about something over here. It's the bridge in between that connects the two. All right. So she was talking about hers was about should she help people or should she help her circle or help strangers, right? So her hook
Mhm.
did connect to that. but it didn't have to, right? It didn't have to because it's the sentence after the hook that can connect the hook to what you're talking about. Example, hers was about helping a lady at a grocery store. Hers was about helping a lady at a grocery store. She could have said, "Man, I hate cats." But it was a cat that helped me when a mouse was trapped in my house and then talked about it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
just think about, and the reason why I say I hate cats is because my son is in college and it's for them. They sweet mates and they got a cat and he brought the cat to my house. I'm dying. I'm dying. I am dying. So I picked him up yesterday, and all while I was driving home, I thought that cat was gonna jump on my head and scratch my eyeballs out. I hate cats. And they said, my wife said, "Well, baby, he got to go if you hate him." I said, "I'll be gone 2 days. When I come back, that cat got to be gone." I just can't stand it. Now, let's switch
Are
gears.
you allergic?
I'm allergic to all animals.
Oh, okay.
Now let's switch gears. The impromptu is over. I want you all's thoughts in and around. Because if you live in Chicago, if you live in the world, you've seen it. Those children who fought that lady.
Oh,
That. Now, I don't want to talk about rightness or wrongness because from the perspective, I think everybody knows that was wrong. But being an educator, and I kind of want to hear you all's thoughts around this, around mental health, around education, Sophia, Vincent, and all of you all. Check this out. Now, from I believe this is the Curtis Hill belief. I believe that bullying is the culture of that school. Every school has a culture, and bullying is in that school's culture because this has been going on for 2 years and it has not been stopped. Second thing that I believe, those children were able to get into a new school. Those children will have behavior problems at the new school. They're going to demonstrate behavior problems at the new school because of the trauma that they endure for 2 years over here. Right? What are you all thoughts in and around that thing that happened?
Can you
For
tell
me,
me what happened? I don't know what happened.
Well, you can't speak on this one. Then go look at the
Okay.
video. When we get off the phone, go search for the video of the children on 107th who beat up a parent, on
Oh
the,
gosh.
and it's on the internet.
everywhere, everywhere.
for me, it was just very disheartening to see. And I know you said we're not talking about right or wrong. So it was for me overall, it's very disheartening, and it also instilled a bit of fear because those children are the future. They're our future. So for them to not display respect and to not display fear, that's very scary because they are our next leaders.
Yeah.
I'll
I got to watch a little clip. I think it was TikTok of one of the girls that was involved in I mean, just the horrific beating of the mother and the kids. And so I think it was a family member that she didn't specify who she was, but she said she just wanted to come on and just to kind of give us a little little background about well, she's not a little girl, she's an eighth grader, and the fact that she comes from a good home and that we're involved and that she wants to kind of apologize. She said because she's a kid, we don't normally let her speak because we're going to speak for her. We're going to advocate for her, but we just kind of want to let her speak about how she feels about it. And so the girl proceeded to talk about how she was just following the crowd, and she's a honor roll student,
A
and she's
lie.
on all this, and she said, and I'm really sorry. But as the conversation continued to unfold, she got comfortable. Her whole demeanor changed. She was just talking about, yeah, and I'm on this and I do this. But when I tell you, she got relaxed, and it was almost as if she had a smirk on her face. But then it deflected back to the aunt or sister, mom, whoever she was, and the fact that she was like, but we gonna looks ugly, but she comes from a good home. And hence lies the problem, because who wants to take that? No one's taking true ownership of this. I know this is not a right or wrong, but again, you're trying to cover and make it seem like as if she's a victim too, because peer pressure. She just wanted to blend in with the crowd.
I haven't been teaching. I didn't teach as long as other people, and I'm sure I've taught longer than some. Here's what I want to tell you: good. There are just certain things good kids don't do. I've seen peer pressure. I've seen following the crowd. There are just certain things that good kids don't do. Will they hit a blunt? They might for peer pressure. They might. Will they drink? They might. Will they beat up somebody, mama? Oh hell no. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget, I forget what. No, they ain't beating up nobody, mama. So for me, I'm just like, and so someone came to me yesterday, day before, one of those days, and said, Curtis, you should go and train the people at that school. I said, we've called that school 20 times. They're not interested in what we offer. We've called that school to get them to come. We offered that school to come to our professional development for free, and they didn't come. They did not come.
What's the name of the school?
Uh,
It's Bright Elementary.
yeah, they did not.
Bright
Hold,
Elementary.
I'll wait till you finish, Coach.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Vincent.
That's ironic that you said that because me and Brian been calling that school for 4 years.
Yeah.
For 4 years to speak to the young men. And the reason why, because Bam not even in there. And when this whole situation went down, I did a snackable on it. And one of the things that I talked about is it was two things that's quite evident. Number one is breakdown of parental power and institutional irresponsibility. Those the two things. I'll never forget Reverend Jesse Jackson when he was talking to me and some young ministers. He always proceeded with this statement. He always said, watch your behavior because the children are watching. And if the children are watching, what are you showing them?
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, Albert Bandura said it best in Psychology 101 Behaviorism. That's what I am. I'm a learning specialist. Me and Sophia, we learning specialists. We in SPED. That's the first thing that we learned in SPED or even Psychology 101, dealing with B.F. Skinner and Albert Bandura. He taught us one thing: antecedent behavior and consequence. What he was saying is children don't become what you say, they only become what you do. That's behavior that was modeled before them.
So once again, that's the
Mhm.
culture of the school,
Yep.
right?
And all culture is edible, coach. Behavior is two things: behavior is traceable and behavior is learnable, but culture is always edible. You
Yeah.
can always, and it goes down to the breakdown of power. Anytime you dealing with bullying like that, what we looking at talking to the school, that's micro level. You got to go macro.
Yeah, yeah, but one too, and this is civil discourse what we're having here. But here's one thing too that you got to understand too. I have never stepped foot in that school, but I can guarantee you those administrators are bullies. It's guaranteed. I've been doing this work way too long, man. Because if it was not tolerated, it would have been dealt with 2 years ago. If it was not tolerated, right? So on some grand level, let's not talk about CPS, because when we go to talking about the conglomerate, then we can say, hey, let's just deal with this school right here. This lady has been going to that school for 2 years. 2 years reporting this behavior and those children. Now, when it all boils down, now when you watch the news and stuff today, those children have been on a tyrant throughout the entire neighborhood. Good kids don't do that. They don't. And so for me, it's just like this. It's like every one of us have children except Jennifer. And Jennifer, let me tell you this. I don't know when you're going to have a child, but every parent knows their children.
Mhm.
So there is no child in America who is a completely different kid at home than they are at school. None. So, and I know you're gonna get people gonna argue with me. You don't know what your kids will do. Yes, you do. Your kid is slick at home. Why wouldn't they be slick at school? Slick is slick, right? If your kids try to get away with stuff at home, you best believe that they're gonna try to get away with stuff at school, right? And so for me,
But
man, that thing was terrible, man. I couldn't even hardly watch that video.
it was horrible, and she's a
Yeah,
sickle
I
cell
didn't
anemia
finish it.
patient, and
And
she
pregnant, and pregnant.
but now
Pregnant.
there's a little bit of discrepancy with that because they were saying because she's a sickler that sicklers they can
They
have that.
swear. They swear.
Right. So they said that she might not have been pregnant. It could have just been the fact that she was a sickler. She's
Yeah,
a
but
sickle
did
cell.
but did you all hear the first story that they tried to put out?
No, I didn't hear the first story.
To,
No.
to justify this kid's behavior, she was a crackhead. That's the
Oh no,
first
I
What?
didn't, I
story.
didn't hear that one. I didn't
That's
hear
the
that one.
first story they put out. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you all go because Isaac his tied. But here's the thing too. When I've done a lot of stuff, I've gang banged, I've sold drugs, I've shot at people, got shot at. We beat up people, got well, not beat up, but we've done a lot. I've done a lot, right? But when I was coming up, we had this one word that Aretha Franklin made a hit record to, and that was called respect, right? So if adults were coming and we were cussing, we would stop using profanity in the presence of that adult. And we selling drugs, we gang banging, but they ain't got nothing to do with this grown lady over here, you know. But then the second thing this about that too is nobody. What was even scarier than the kids who jumped on a woman? Nobody watching had a conscience.
Mhm.
Because all you need is one person to say that ain't right, and kids to stop. All you need is one. Like when we were doing stuff, if there was one person like, man, this ain't right, we're gonna talk about you. But then give us time and space to think about it. You right, this ain't right. We done. We gone. Right. And so nobody in that crowd had a conscience. This happened on a block. You mean tell me everybody on the block was at work? When nobody at home heard that? Who could have came out the house and stopped it? So there are, Vincent, you're right, bigger problems. They're much bigger societal problems. They're much bigger people problems. But man, that school, y'all been calling them for 4 years. In the last month, we've called them 20 times and sent them possibly 20 emails. Got records and proof to show it. They don't
Can I
want
say
to change.
the first time when I met you in Chicago Heights, you said something that's kind of framed my thought process. I never looked at a culture like this. I don't know if you remember, but you was just talking and you said culture is what is consistently allowed.
Yeah,
To me, that's the most profound statement that you ever make. Just that it is what is consistently allowed. And it reminds me of it was called the Habakuchi, I think Habakuchi, the Habakuchi, the Haba, it was the,
Is
um,
he saying have something about some coochie?
he
What's
just
going
want to
no,
say
no,
on?
no, no,
coochie. That's all. That's all he want to talk about is some coochie. Phillips,
no,
Phillips,
no,
you beat me to
no,
that boy.
I'm trying to
no, it
get
was the
I'm trying to
Habakuchi,
go get
it
a
was,
touch, and he talking about
no,
coochie.
no, it was it was the Habakuchi not research but experiment. It was a social experiment in New York where there was a lady who was faking like she was being raped, and nobody called the police. Nobody called the police. And so when they went around, the gentleman, his name was Habakuchi from New York University, and he asked him, did they hear a lady being raped? They said, yeah. They said, why didn't you call the police? They say, oh, that happens all the time in this community.
Yeah, yeah,
And the reason nobody in the community did anything is because it happens all the time.
yeah. I
It's the
agree.
Habakuchi effect.
Yeah, crazy man. That thing crazy. So listen, good people. Uh, keep up the good work. Keep practicing. Don't remember a speech just to remember it. Every time you talk, every time you open your mouth, remember all of the skills that you have learned. And I'm telling you all this because I just revamped my keynote that I'm delivering tomorrow. So I would say it has a, because I don't change everything, but it has a 10 to 15% nuance changes in there. Tomorrow will be the first time, and I told Robert this. I don't know how it's going to go. It'll it'll be the first time that I'll try to sail from the stage. I'm gonna try to sail from the stage. I'm gonna see how it goes, um, and we just go from there. I'm trying to sell not trying to sell it. I want to do my 90 day coaching program for these leaders here in Richmond. My 90-day intensive for 49.97. So we'll see how it go. Not $49.97. 4,997.
No. Oh, I thought 47 minutes.
If you catch me doing something for $47, he's strung out. Okay. No, no, he's somewhere strung out. Love you all. I got to get some
Wait,
sleep.
wait, Hill, wait.
Go ahead.
Next
Oh, I
week.
gotta help. I got something else for you all too. Go ahead.
Okay, next week. I'm on part 3 of the homework. I want to run it by you to see what you think.
I'll be
I'm on the
available.
tested phase.
I'll be available Monday.
Okay.
I'm traveling. I don't get home till Saturday night. But look at this. Here's one I shared with Robert yesterday. What I want you all to do, I told you all to find the people in your industry who are the go-to people. You should have 1, 2, and 3, right? Now, if you haven't listened to their speeches, you're doing yourself a disservice. How are you going to listen? How are you going to know what the gaps are if you have not listened to their keynote? You don't have to listen to every keynote they have. Every speaker has a main keynote. And most of the time, if you go to their pages, under the keynote section of the page, it is the first keynote on that page. Now, here's another layer that I want you all to do, to think about and look at too. Look at their speech title, their speech description, and their learning outcomes for all 3 of those people.
Speech title, speech description.
And learning outcomes or objectives. You'll know what they're about when you look at that. So give me, watch this. Somebody give me one of their speakers.
Wait, do you want to start recording?
No, I don't care. No, just give me a speaker.
Oh, I can give you one.
Simon
Hold on.
Sinek.
Simon. You know what?
Simon Sinek.
Okay, hold on. I am gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the live. Hold on. Bye live. Don't y'all go anywhere.